Hi guys, happy Tuesday. So we had a little bit of like a scheduling time mix up for today's team call, but that is totally okay. I'm just gonna go over kind of the content I was gonna share with you guys. I'm gonna try my best to keep it short and sweet so that you can watch this video when you have a few minutes and hopefully go through the steps and create a schedule for yourself. Schedules are super important, you guys, like not just for coaching, but for like kind of life in general. I know most of you have another job, like other than coaching. So just think if you didn't get a schedule for that, like maybe the day of you found out you worked, like that'd be really hard to kind of plan the rest of your day and the rest of your week if you had no idea what time you had to start work or anything like that. So obviously scheduling is super important. When I started coaching, I worked 3 other jobs. I did supply, EA, ECE at the school board. I did private respite, so I did those kind of split throughout the week, like 3 at one, 2 at the other, or vice versa. And then I did waitressing evenings and weekends. So you guys, like I had to be on top of my schedule because obviously I didn't want anything to like conflict with the other job and like be scheduled at both jobs or anything like that. So scheduling is a really big like part of our everyday lives, right? So when I started coaching, again, I was busy, like super busy, but coaching just kind of spoke to me and I just really was like motivated and inspired by, these coaches just creating your own schedule and seeing like really freaking happy and, we're getting in shape and helping people. And anyway, I'm not going to really get into that too much, but something just spoke to me about coaching and I wanted to make it work. So in order to make it work with 3 other jobs, again, scheduling was huge because if I didn't schedule my day, then I would likely wouldn't get all my stuff done. And I'm also like, I personally am a huge visual person. So like I have my planner like every day, like it's a mess. Well, because I like to scribble things out and whatever, but my day, like everything, it's there. Like I have to have it. Or else, like I said, I feel like I don't get as much accomplished. Like if I don't have a to-do list right now or like my schedule of when I'm gonna do what, I feel like I'm kind of just doing a bunch like bits and pieces of a bunch of different stuff and then I get nothing done. So schedules and like sticking to your schedule and being consistent is huge, you guys. Like when I first started coaching, I got asked to guest speak on quite a few team calls on the topic of consistency because that is hands down what has grown my business. And I feel that is what got me, has allowed me to hit Success Club every month and to be continuously like signing up new coaches and like growing a team and stuff like that because I was told from day one to show up every day to social media. So I did that. I was told from day one to commit to being here in a year. So I did that. I was told, to do that power hour every single day and your business would grow. So I did that. And like, I'm not just saying I did it, you guys, I did it every single day. I have not missed a day of posting on social media in 3.5 years. And like Scout's honor, I don't even know, cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. Like that is the honest to goodness truth. Other than 3 days I was in Facebook jail. I couldn't post on Facebook, but I still posted on Instagram. So I have not missed a day. Like if you ask my boyfriend, I get so stressed out if it's like coming up on 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I don't know what I'm gonna post. And I'll get all quiet and like almost grumpy. And he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I haven't posted yet today. I don't have a picture. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about." Like my whole world comes crashing down if Jen doesn't get a post out. So like it's just a part of my day. Like it's like brushing my teeth. It's like getting dressed. It's like a job. You have to treat coaching like a job, you guys. Like I can't stress that enough because it is a job. Like I know sometimes we think, oh, we only paid $180 to join, and that's not a huge investment to start a business. So it can be easy to swipe it under the rug. And you're not seeing that instant like gratification from it almost because yeah, sure you can show up and put a couple hours of work in, but you're not getting paid for those couple hours of work, right? Unless of course you're signing people up and stuff like that. But you guys, I promise, like if you do your daily vitals consistently over time, you will start getting a paycheck. And like, these hours that you're putting in, you will see a paycheck every single Thursday. And then like, that's when it gets exciting. Like I remember seeing my first paycheck in my bank account. I think it was like $250. And I was stoked, you guys, like stoked, because it's my first month as a coach. My first paycheck, I earned back my initial investment and had $70 left over. So like I was pumped. And that for me, I was like sold. I was like, you know what? Like I'm doing this, working 3 other jobs. I'm literally putting in an hour a day, maybe an hour and a half, pockets of time were my life, because that's all I had. It's not like my days now where, I have a flexible schedule and I'm not working any other jobs. This is my job. So, I don't have to find the pockets of time now. But in the beginning, you guys, that was so huge. And you have to kind of make a decision, like commit to being here in 1 year, commit to showing up every day on social media and watch what happens. It makes me so sad when, like we get new coaches on our team and stuff, and like I see you guys so excited and have these big goals, and then a couple weeks, month, maybe 2 months in, you just fall off the map or quit or whatever, and you get discouraged and don't think you're meant for coaching. And that's so not the case. You have to give it time to grow, and you have to be honest with yourself. Are you doing what you should be doing? Like we can say, like I said, that's why I Scouts Honor, because I could say, oh, I haven't missed a day of posting in 3 years, but have I actually not missed a day? No, I haven't. So that's when you have to gut check, you guys. Are you actually doing the Power Hour every day? Everything on it, posting, inviting, adding to your network, following up with people. Are you doing the things to grow your business? And if you're skipping things, then you can't say you're doing it and not being successful. Like I said, if you're doing that stuff every single day, and then, a month goes by and you're like, Jen, I just can't, this isn't working. Then if you can truly say that you've done everything, then okay, then we'll work on it. But a lot of times we say we're doing everything, but we're not actually doing everything. And that's just my little side preach. I didn't even mean to get into this, but I always drink pre-workout before calls and I shouldn't. But I'm going to work out after this. So anyway, consistency, guys. I can't stress it enough. Like, it's just like your workouts and your eating. You guys know when you're consistent with your workouts and you're consistent with your nutrition, how awesome are your results? It's the exact same for this business. I promise you, if you commit and are consistent every single day to showing up on social media, doing a program start to finish, adding to your network, sharing your journey, taking part in this these coaching events, that I host every month for our team, making sure you're adding people to that, posting about it. You guys will be so surprised by the results, and you will build a killer business. But you have to actually show up and put the work in. So schedules, I find that helps so much to be able to see your day and your week at a glance. So for me, this is, well, actually, so mine looks a little different, obviously, because I don't have another job anymore, and I don't have kids yet or anything. So I listened to Melanie Mitro speak at, I don't remember if it was the New Leader Conference in LA last year or Summit in Indy, but Melanie Mitro, she's been the top coach in the company for the last 5 years, so she knows her shit, you guys. So she talked about scheduling and time management. And, it's huge, you guys. And I know, it doesn't come easy for everyone, time management stuff. I'm super OCD, so time management and scheduling, that's kind of my jam. That's my bread and butter, because I have to have it in my life. But it's okay, if you're not good at it. Just having a basic kind of outline of when you're going to do stuff, that's all you need. And then, of course, do it. And I'll give you some kind of tips on how to get in a good routine. So the first thing I would want you guys to do, so when you're watching this video, make sure you have either a notebook or something, a calendar, ideally, if you have an agenda or something, have this week open. So I would typically do this on a Sunday if you can, so that way you can kind of plan your week. So the first thing I will have you do is write down when you're at your other job. If you have 2 other jobs, write that in. Every day for that whole week, or hey, if you know for the next 2 weeks, write your work schedule in. That's first and foremost. Then I want you to write in any appointments. Maybe your kids have a dance class or hockey or something. Write that in. So if, say, Tuesday, Thursday, your kids have hockey, write kids hockey 6 to 8, whatever. Then I want you to write family time. When do you want to have your family time? Maybe you and your hubby work all day. You pick up the kids from school at 4, so maybe 4 to 8 can be your family time. That way you get the kids home from school, you have dinner together, you have some playtime, bath time, whatever, put them to bed. And then, so that's 4 hours of family time, and that's okay. 2 to 4 hours, whatever you want. Schedule in your family time. And I know this might sound silly to schedule in your family time, but I'm telling you, it's just going to help to add in when you can do Beachbody stuff. And that way you're not going to feel like you're neglecting your family time or feel like a bad mom or anything like that. And like Melanie Mutual talked a lot about that you do have to schedule in your family time. It's not like you're scheduling them in, but that's a top priority. So you want that on there because you don't ever want this business. You don't ever want to feel like it's like coaching is taking away from family time or anything like that. She also really talked about talking to your spouse, talking to your partner, saying, listen, do you mind if, after the kids go to bed from 8 to 10 or 9 to 10 or 8 to 9, whatever, I don't know, whenever you guys go to bed, do you mind if I do some work, like sitting beside you on the couch, or do you mind if I go in my office and do an hour of work? She says to let them know what you're doing, why you're doing it, the potential of this business, so that they understand and that they don't think you're just sitting there playing on your phone and ignoring them. So let your family and your partners, hubby, wife, whatever, let them know, okay? Because like I said, that way, like I always tell Adam, like he knows I'm working. He doesn't just think, oh, like there's Jen sitting on her phone again while we're whatever. But no, like I tell him, like, babe, do you mind if I do an hour of work? No, he'll sit and watch sports and I'll be on my computer or my phone and I do work. And like I even try to, because he's gone all day, so like I always get all of my work stuff done. By usually 6 p.m. is my goal, because he gets home anywhere from 6 to 7, and then like he's only up for a couple hours before he goes to bed. So like 6 to 9 or 7 to 9, like that's the time I hang out with him. Odd times, yes, we do team calls and stuff, but because I'm 2 hours behind you guys, usually I can get them in before he gets home. Or again, like I just let him know, like, babe, 1 night a week, I got to do a 30-minute team call. But he understands, because he knows that I'm working. He knows that, this is providing an income. This is, helping us save for a house, helping, obviously bills get paid, stuff like that. Like, so by letting him know what you're working towards or why you're doing it, that is going to go a long way. So once you've scheduled in your other jobs, your any like commitments, so like again, if you have any appointments, dentist appointment, maybe you have a birthday party, schedule all that in. Then schedule in your family time, so like in the evening, whenever you have it. And then of course anything else, like if there's anything else you can think of that you have going on, schedule that. And then last, you notice how I'm doing coaching work last, because you guys, coaching isn't meant to make you unhappy and miserable and stressed out. It's meant to let you have fun and get healthy and happy, and either work towards this full time, like I have, or earn some extra side income, like whatever your goals are. It's meant to fit your life, not the other way around. So Beachbody is going to be the last thing you schedule. So then I want you to go through, because then you've got everything already marked in, so you can see when you have time. So a lot of people, like again, everyone's schedule is going to look different, so I can't really tell you exactly what to put where. But if you guys like, hey, if you guys do this part of what I just told you, your other job, your family time, commitments, appointments, sports, whatever the kids have, you can send a picture of that to me and I can help you plug in your Beachbody stuff, because again, everyone's schedule is going to be different. But maybe you don't have to leave the house until 8 in the morning. So get up and do your workout in the morning. Bam, that's one huge thing off of your daily behaviors for coaching. You guys, working out, drinking your shake, personal development, posting, and inviting are like what you need to get done every single day. Obviously, product of the product, so working out, drinking your shake. So if you can work out in the morning and drink your shake, and literally write drink Shakeology on your schedule. So say you can do that in the morning. So right, 5 a.m. get up, do workout, drink Shakeology, listen to personal development. Bam, there's 3 things done, gone. Then, say you have an hour lunch at work. Then eat your lunch while you add 5 new friends to Facebook and follow 5 new people on Instagram. And write that on your schedule. Say, Monday to Friday on my hour break, write that in there. Say 12 to 1. Add to my network. So add friends to Facebook, follow new people on Instagram. And what else could you do in that time? You could check into your challenge group, check into the team page, see if there's anything you've missed. Take some headphones, you guys, to work. Go sit in your car. I know it's a little cold now, but you could go sit in your car, listen to personal development on your lunch at work. You could listen to a training video. You could listen to this video at work. Stick your headphones in, or to and from work. That is when a lot of coaches take advantage of that time to listen to personal development and listening to training videos. So videos like this that I share in the group, or the National Wake Up Call, stuff like that. But you've got to make it a priority, you guys. Just like you're making everything else a priority, it's still a priority if you want to see success with it. So you've got to mark all this stuff in. So again, when you guys all fit your Beachbody stuff in, it's going to be different for everyone. So I cannot obviously say your times, but I'm just hoping that these examples give you an idea of how to do it. And I think that once you write out everything else and you can really see your day, you're like, okay, so I have about 15, 20 minutes in the morning. I have, half an hour at lunch, and then I have my commute to and from work. And then I have an hour maybe in the evening, 3 nights a week. Because Saturday, Sunday, you guys, I don't want you focusing on coaching stuff. I mean, unless you have the time, absolutely you can. Like Saturdays, I try not to do any coaching stuff other than post. And Sunday nights, yes, I usually like to check in, follow up, stuff like that. But weekends, because I worked hard to be able to create my own schedule. So I don't want to be working 24/7 doing coaching, right? So again, schedule in your downtime. Saturday, Sunday, totally days off, family time. I'm not going to do anything business related except get a post out. And then Monday to Friday, you're back on that grind. And every week you guys make a point to write out your schedule, but your other stuff first, family, your other job, and then like family commitments, appointments, all that, and then schedule in your Beachbody stuff. So for me, when I was working 3 jobs, okay, so I was during the day, I was either at the school, which was anywhere I could start at 7 or anywhere from 7 to 9, I would start. Well, no, not 7. I don't think 7. School starts at 7. I don't know. It just depends because you have to be there half an hour early. So some schools I think start at 8, some start at 9. So I either had to be there by 7:30 or 8:30. We'll just say that. So I would always, write that in. Supply was a bit harder because I didn't know what I was working till that night, but I still write it in my schedule that night before I went to bed and write in when I was going to get my workout done, my work stuff, all of that. So say I was at the school 8 to 4. So every morning when I got up, you guys, I would do my friend request before I got out of bed. So I would get up maybe 5-10 minutes earlier because it doesn't take long, 5 minutes, send out 5 to 10 friend requests, boom, done. So that's out of the way. Then while I was getting ready in the morning, you guys, just, doing my makeup, doing my hair, that's when I listen to my personal development because it takes me 20 minutes, whatever, to get ready, half hour, however long. So that's 20 minutes, 30 minutes of personal development. And oftentimes I would switch it to do like a training, a National Wake Up Call or something. So bam, that's done. Then I always got 2 15-minute breaks and a half an hour lunch when I was at the school board. So you bet your ass those 2 15-minute breaks, I was sitting there either in my car, and I would just eat my snacks while I'm doing it. I check into my challenge group, like everyone's posts, comment on posts. So then that was done. I would also, on my lunch break, usually every day, I would get my post ready for that evening. I'm an evening poster. And you guys should be thankful. When I started coaching, we were told to post 3 to 5 times a day. So that was hard. I'd post a quote in the morning, usually like a meal or a recipe in the afternoon, and then my workout, more important posts in the evening. So yeah, that was a little bit more challenging, and I had to plan that stuff out, you guys. I had a scheduled post ready as soon as I got up in the morning. It was written out, picture ready, bam, posted. And then at my lunch break, I would post my afternoon post, and then I would also plan my evening post, so it was ready to go. So again, that was all done while I was at work. And like, cause you're like, for me, I was just sitting in the friggin' staff room anyway, eating my lunch, usually scrolling Facebook. So you've got to be like, we all say we don't have time, but a lot of times we're wasting time scrolling social media or watching Netflix when we could be doing this stuff too. Like, there's a lot of times during the day I work and I have Netflix on in the background, like, because I just like doing that. Like, I'll catch up on my shows while I'm working. So don't feel like you have to cut out things you love. You just have to find what works for you. So yeah, so basically I was getting everything done that I needed in my day. All I had left to do when I got home was work out. So ideally, when I wasn't going from one job to waitressing, I worked out as soon as I got home. So I was usually home by 4 o'clock, 4:30. I bam, get changed, work out. So it was done by 5:30. Then I would do dinner. And then I would just plan for the next day. Like, I would just write out, make sure my schedule and stuff was done for the next day. And then, you know, it was done. And every day, like, for the longest time until I had a really good, like, until it was like in my brain, I sat down, like, I had the power hour, like what I needed to do in a day written down at just the front of a notebook. And I think I had it saved in my phone. So every day I went down and checked stuff off every single day for like 4 months until it became literally like brushing my teeth or just getting dressed in the morning. So you got to train your brain. And you guys, like, there was nights, days that I left the house at like 7 in the morning, we'll say, and I didn't get home till 11 o'clock at night because I had to serve after. So that was a bit more difficult to get my workouts in. But usually I'd have a little break, like in between, like maybe an hour, 2 hours before I had to start my serving shift. So that's usually when I'd go home and do my workout, or I would do it in the morning. So got up a little bit earlier, got my work in, because there's no way I was working out at like 11 o'clock at night. But again, that's where it all comes down to scheduling, because I knew what job I was going to be at during the day, the times, and what time I was, if I was waitressing or not. Obviously, I didn't know what time I was going to be home, but so then I planned, like, I always wrote out when I was going to do my workout, drink my shake, when I was getting my personal development in. You know, when I worked with Jer doing the private respite, that was a little bit more laid back. So like, I didn't have breaks. It was just, you know, we just hung out all day. So I could get stuff done during the day. So that was great. But I still like had a routine, you guys. And of course, your days aren't going to look the same. Like, they're definitely not. But if you get in the habit of writing out a schedule, when you're going to do stuff, you will feel so much more accomplished and know that you're doing everything you need to be doing to grow you and your business. And like I said, chatting with your partner goes a long way so that they don't ever feel like you're just sitting on your phone. Like, tell them that you're working, and tell them, show them your schedule. Melanie Mitro talks about, she sends, like, because some people use like Google Calendar, all that stuff. I'm a pen and paper girl, so like, I like, you know, my written agenda. But she said, like, she had like a Google Calendar, and she would send it to like her husband every week so that he knew what she had going on. He knew when her work, you know, was happening. She said she'd even schedule in date nights. And she's like, you know, it might sound silly, but she's like, we were busy with the kids and sports and, you know, her job and his job and whatever. She's like, we were busy. So we wanted to make sure we're still getting in date nights and quality time together, because that's huge. So there's nothing wrong with scheduling that in. It just makes you aware of what's happening that week so that you can plan for it and, you know, make sure you're getting everything done that you want to get done. Like, I'm telling you, my daily lists are huge. And, you know, not every day, like, sure, there's extra stuff that I always have on my list, but like, if I don't get it all done, it just carries over to the next day. But like, my vitals, like working out, personal development, Shakeology, inviting or adding new people and stuff like that, those are non-negotiables. Those are done every single day. Posting, I don't know if I said posting, but so that's kind of it, you guys. You got to make the time to sit down. Like, it wouldn't take you long at all to write out a schedule. And like I said, if you get all of your other stuff in a weekly schedule and you want to send me a picture of it, I can help you be like, okay, why don't you try doing this at this time? And then we can play around, or just try penciling stuff in yourself. And if it doesn't work one week, then just flip it around. So remember, the things you want to be doing daily, you guys: working out, drinking your Shakeology, personal development, posting, adding to your network. So, adding new friends on Facebook, following, and then of course doing your invites, so like your PB&Js. I only do that one day a week. I do all 25 of mine in one day, 30 minutes, bam, done. Because I just don't like doing it every single day. So that's something else you could do. Do it in one day. That way you don't have to worry about it. So those are the things you need to be doing daily. Pencil them in, you guys. Make a plan, okay? And stick to that plan. Put it somewhere you can see it on your fridge. Reminders, you guys. So every day since I started coaching, well, not now. When I started coaching for like the first 4 to 6 months, I set a repeat alarm on my phone that said power hour with a punch emoji. It went off, I don't know what time. I want to say like 5 p.m. maybe. But that was every day. I'd see that on my phone so that it was like a gut check. Jen, have you done everything from your daily power hour? If I hadn't, it was a reminder to get it done. So I had that repeat every single day for like 4 to 6 months. I would use timers and stuff. Like when I, was sitting down to do something, I would turn off all notifications. Because the nights I didn't waitress, I would sometimes just leave it and sit down and do an hour at home instead of like pockets of time throughout the day. So again, every day is going to be different, but do what works for you. So I would turn off all notifications. Like that's huge, you guys. I don't have notifications on Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, nothing. So if you guys ever message me and I don't reply right away, that's why, because I have scheduled times to reply to messages and stuff like that, or else I would literally never get off my phone. I follow a schedule because I treat this like a business. So like, yeah, no notifications because they're distracting. And again, I feel like you're always checking them and feel like you're missing something or you're going to miss a sale. I'm here to tell you, you won't. Those messages will be there when you're ready and have time to sit down and reply to them. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to go sign up with someone else or anything like that. So that's a tip. I have all notifications off. I don't check them until it's time to check them. That's also a great tip for overwhelm and burnout and stuff like that. So yeah, all notifications off. I set timers sometimes, like if I'm replying messages, I'll set a timer. Because like I just say, okay, I have this much time to work right now. So I set a timer for each task, and like when that timer's off, if I'm done it, awesome. If I'm not, I move on to the next thing, because I need to it's important to get everything done in a day, or at least what you can get done with the time you have. So timers help huge. Alarms, like notes. I have so many notes in my phone, you guys. Like, try to work smarter, not harder. Like, save links in your phone. Like, save, like, I have scripts that I say to people. I save those all in the notes on my phone. Like, I have links. I have just things that I find that people ask me a lot about. I have blurbs, like, saved it for that. Like, when people ask me the Shakeology flavors, I literally have that saved in the notes on my phone because it says all the Shakeology flavors. And then it also says, you can do more than one flavor if you want, but you only get 24 servings instead of 30. So I have that saved. So like copy paste, bam, like just little things like that people, like I said, you get a lot of. Save them in your phone, save links, save training videos, set reminders to watch videos like this. Like, I know it can be a lot going on sometimes, especially like I find sometimes with coaching, like nothing really extra is going on, but then some weeks there's like a bunch of really awesome calls that I want you guys to check out. I don't expect you guys to check them out like right, bam, then and there when I post it, or to check out 20 videos in a day, but just save them. Put a reminder in your phone. Like, if there's a call or a training that I really want to check out, I set a reminder in my phone. If I can't catch it live, then I make sure I write in my agenda to watch the recording the next day. Like, again, you guys, this isn't meant to stress you out or overwhelm you. It's meant to be something fun and exciting and something you're building for you and your family and, whatever your goals are. So you got to just kind of treat it like a business and like any other job. Like I said, imagine if you didn't have a schedule for your other jobs and you just didn't know when you were working or anything. Like, That wouldn't really work very well, would it? So treat coaching the same way. Add it into your schedule like any other job, or like, your kids' sporting events or anything like that. And I promise you, seeing like what you need to get done and when you're going to do it helps huge. And you'll realize that you don't have to cut things out. You can still enjoy your family time. You won't be on the phone all the time. Like, you can still do date night and this and that. But it's all about pockets of time, you guys. Like I said, breaks at work, lunches at work, commute to and from work is huge. Getting up 10 minutes earlier while you're putting your face on, getting ready, training videos, personal development. Like, there's so many little times in the day that you could get stuff done while doing something else, like cooking dinner, cleaning. The amount of times, you guys, I put headphones in and clean, like sweep and mop and stuff, while listening to a training call or personal development or whatever. Like, because then I don't feel like I'm taking away from my day to, listen to something or to grow or whatever. That way, like, I'm multitasking so that I'm cleaning the house and growing my business. Like, so I hope this is helpful. I feel like I rambled and definitely didn't keep this short like I planned, but I want you guys all to do this. I know it's Tuesday, but I want you to plan the rest of your week. And I want you to take a picture of your schedule, post it in the group, you guys, because maybe what you're doing could help someone else in the group. If you need help, please reach out to me. I have no problem helping you create a schedule that's going to work for you. We can hop on a one-to-one, whatever, but you got to do it. Okay? So that's your task, your Tuesday task. Create a schedule for yourself. Anyways, I'm going to go work out, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.